it's good to see you. Come on in for our 4th of July episodes.
Why do we want to smell like a spent firework? Why did Mallory climb Everest? Because it was there.
We do not do these things because they are easy. We do them because they are hard.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and national holidays,
we are the Barbershop Duet!
Hey, oh, come on in. We're so glad to see you. Thank you for spending part of your 4th of July week with us. If you happen to be here during the live premieres, would you join the chat? Say hi. We got a cool group of folks from all over the world hanging out. They'd love to meet you, too. And one of them just got a girlfriend. We're very excited. What's our mention today?
Our mention today, it's finally time to show you all our new brush from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements.
Oh, this is my StarCraft brush. It's going to be my bookend to my atomic rocket. I love this guy because it's a little bit smaller. So in my indestructible travel scuttle, I get a little more space, a little more room to see what's going on. It's a softer bristle than the other one, and I love the shape. It's just, and I love the color. It's just
classic.
A fun throwback to the brushes of the 40s and 50s, and I love my little brush collection. So thank you, Douglas and Fran, for not only resurrecting the aftershave scents that we love so much, but the brushes as well. It's super cool.
So our soap today is clearly meant for the holiday. It was a quick purchase. It was a no-brainer. I don't even think we looked at it. We just said, order.
No, you guys made a soap that smells like fireworks? Wait a minute. Spent fireworks? God bless America. Let's meet the soap. All right, y'all. So from the sales page at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements.
All the older fellas in the fam would put their beers down and start speaking in hushed tones, shooing us curious kids away as they started setting up their fireworks.
Bottle rockets, sky rockets, whistlers, genies, ladyfingers, black cats, snakes, tic-tacs, sparklers, etc. Then it was time. One after another, these colorful mysteries would come to life. You know the rest.
Brimstone or sulfur, with a pinch of black powder, in short, a spent firecracker. Simple enough, yet there was or is so much attached to that classic scent. For one, where I grew up, it was illegal to sell, buy, or set off fireworks. Us too. Knowing this as a kid, I could never really wrap my head around it. I mean, my family were church-going folk, but come 4th of July, they were devil-may-care pyromaniacs. So this element of danger and rebelliousness burned itself in my brain, but more than that, seared it on my nose.
Fun fact, there was also the tradition of firing a miniature brass naval cannon, too. For years, I thought every family held this tradition. I also remember waking up early, really early, on July 5th and taking my dog for a walk to the park where folks would go on the 4th to watch the fireworks or to light their own. This is where I would find dud firecrackers, M80s, or the stuff that was dropped in the flashing dark on the previous evening. I would come home with my pockets full of boom.
For weeks after, I was experimenting with my finds. Mostly, I would just break open the duds and make a pile of gunpowder and then light it. A genie. Other times, I would just turn over the highly decorated tubes in my hand and read them. Bottle rocket labels were especially an enigma. With report always confused the heck out of me. Sounded way cooler than what it actually meant. Which was, it exploded. Here I was expecting a note to fall from the sky with some info on, quote, the launch.
Fact is, I, like most, have many a fond memory wrapped up in this epic, potent, whimsical scent. So I'm super excited to release, once again, Fireworks. Note, you will not need any form of adult supervision, and it's legal in all 50 states.
That's great.
Y'all, I'm so excited, and this is what I love best. I had one of my friends who's not in the shaving world say, it smells like a firework.
Right?
Yes. Yes, it does. And it's one of the most beloved and beautiful scents from my childhood. My dad was a hunter, and I used to follow him around my grandpa's ranch house just to smell the spent shells fresh out of the gun. It is a beautiful scent. And is it one that would make the world's perfect aftershave? I don't know. I don't know, because some days I want Solstice or Tombstone or something that does have those sagey, earthy, gunpowdery notes in them already, and sometimes they hit the spot so amazing, I can't even see straight. So I'm excited. Did you ever set off fireworks when you were growing up?
We used to do sparklers more. Like, I would, we would go see fireworks and stuff, but I don't know if I was really ever close enough to fully smell it. So I'll see when we take a whiff of this. It might bring back memories, and then I'll be totally wrong. But we definitely did the sparklers. That was super fun. I do have fond memories of 4th of July. So So I'm hoping that scent just brings that back for us, you know?
And what I am excited about is I love that he loved the labels on the bottle rockets, me too. And I think the label we're about to see is a little reminiscent of those exciting comic book-esque labels, but we'll know when we unbox it.
Okay.
We just hit purchase. Just get this in the mail as fast as you can. I don't think they did hollow labels for this.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah,
I'll
it's
check
just a 1 day, right? It was pretty quick. Sorry, Elaine. So sorry.
Now, Douglas is in Spain right now, so
Right.
Fran is helming the ship
Okay, let's
all
see.
by her lonesome.
See if we got the right
Let's
boss
see.
before I keep going.
This is it.
Yes,
This is
we're
it.
good.
This is it.
Okay.
Oh, I love the foam and paper.
And here it is, y'all.
Y'all, look at that label. Oh, it's
Oh
even
my
prettier than I
gosh.
thought. What's it say in the middle?
Made
Right
with
about-
real sulfur. A blast of nostalgia.
Is it really?
That's what it says.
Okay, hold on. Wait.
See, that's what that says.
There's my favorite confetto. I'm excited about this.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, there it
There
is.
you
You're
go.
right. Look
That
at
one doesn't say.
No, it
made
doesn't.
with
There may
sulfur.
not be actual
This
sulfur in the
one
splash,
says
but that
that.
is. Let's see, perfect friends.
Yay!
Oh, all right, y'all. Stand back and cover your ears, because we're about to have a first impression. All right, I want you to go first. I want to ask you some questions. Yes,
Okay.
I'm excited. There's one line in The Wizard of Oz that I never understood until I watched it with my cousin Melinda, who's an expert on such things. And as soon as the witch vanishes, Billy Burke, as Glinda, says, "Oh, think about it." I'm like, what did she just say? She says, "Oh, what a smell of sulfur."
Oh.
When the witch vanishes, right?
Oh, well, this is made with sulfur. So
I know, I'm
wonder.
excited. All right, so let's see what we got in
I'm
here.
pretty
Little
sure I
MGM
do
magic.
know that scent,
Yeah.
but yeah.
You do.
And I, back in the day when I worked at Disneyland, you did have to clear out of the Toontown side,
Right.
even backstage, because they were prepping for all the fireworks stuff. And I do remember, like, sometimes walking around backstage, you would see little chunks of things that had exploded. So I think I know the smell almost more because of that. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
So-
Yeah, what you would smell it from the shells there.
Right.
I'm not sure exactly where they fire them off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
they clear off half of Fantasyland.
for a
and
half
Toontown.
hour's worth of stuff, it's
Right.
definitely around.
Go, let's take it. I'm excited. Ooh, let's see if it's a different color.
I don't know.
What do you get?
No, I think we're the same.
Okay, we're standard.
Okay.
All right, here, take it in. What do you get?
That's funny. If this is what burnt sulfury stuff, it's definitely familiar.
Yeah?
I do smell the gunpowderiness happening.
What's the vibe you get?
There is not much sweetness. It's definitely, undeniably a spent firework.
I love it. Y'all, I think we have finally hit the outskirts of what we could call a novelty scent from PAA. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Maybe.
But that's what I love most, y'all. If you can play the symphonies, you can play anything. So I'm kind of excited to see what this has got.
I think it's probably one of the most simple scents
Right.
we've had from
Right.
Phoenix, which is
Right.
kind of expected. It does have the gunpowdery side, but it's definitely the burnt
Oh,
kind of leftover smell.
right.
That
Is it a
you
little
get.
reminiscent of Tombstone or something else like that?
Something's familiar in there. It's just way more turned up.
Gotcha.
So it could be what's in that. I am not 100% sure because there's nothing clean about it. Where like
Oh.
Tombstone does, kind of spin
Right.
to have that in there.
Right.
So it's not, it doesn't smell old. It does smell burnt and it does smell like used up, compartments maybe that.
Like used up compartments. Y'all, I can't wait to give this
It
over here. I
is
wanna
a
see what
simple
this
scent
smells
note,
like.
but it's
Is
there.
it like you're walking by and there's like a spent shell on the ground and you kind of smell a little smoldering sense? Or is it a little bit more of like an earthy?
Not earthy.
Not earthy, not an herby.
It's honestly more like, after all of the fireworks have gone off, if the wind was blowing towards
Right.
you, it's more that. It's not the actual smoke.
All right.
It's the burnt stuff.
Right. Okay, here we go.
That's what I got.
I'm going in.
Is that what you were expecting?
Y'all.
It's a spent, burnt,
This
sulfury
is
something.
so much better than I was expecting. Only because it's so real.
It's real.
Like, y'all, when you get scratch and sniff stickers when you're little, they kind of hint at chocolate or pizza.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all, I bring you glad tidings of great joy. If your dad was a hunter, if you're a hunter, if your
Mm-hmm.
friends are hunter, you understand that smell of those spent shotgun shells
Mm-hmm.
and how beautiful. And there's just some connection that our bodies make with that smell.
Like,
In fact, it's
yeah.
funny. Gunpowder was invented because the Chinese alchemists were looking for the elixir of eternal life. And that is how they discovered gunpowder. So I wonder if there is just something
like in guttural
kind of right. If there's something deep in our DNA that connects this with something comforting or earthy or like, it's just like primal in this. And this, for me, is a scent that smells so good. It's not sweet. It's not aqua velva. No. It's not talcum powder. It's not cherry pie. But y'all, there is something about this smoky, burny, earthy, smoldery sense of sulfur and gunpowder that smells so good. And along the same lines as comic book paper, as Douglas said, is super hard to recreate, as ditto paper when you're growing up. There is just certain sense that when you evoke that memory, it just unlocks all of those places in your brain and you are back there again. This is wild. So I guess just not every amazing scent used to come out of a perfume bottle. Yeah. There are just some absolutely incredible scents. Well, like terra preta, like the ground of the rainforest, right? It's an earthy smell. It's a smell of dirt. But as she reminded us, 30 miles from here up in Calistoga, people are paying lots of money to have dirt put on their face for an hour and a half. So, y'all, the most amazing scents in our world don't always come from the places you would expect.
Now that you've got your nose on this, is it more that gunpowder from Tombstone, but it's just turned up more?
It's a cousin. Okay. It is, if you love that gunpowder in Tombstone like I do, this is a cousin of that. And then without the rose, without the other Tombstone elements, just the firework. But again, y'all, sometimes when it's a single scent note, like an iced pineapple from Sterling, I love that I can sense a little floral in it or something like that. But with this, I love that they just went straight down the middle of the lane. I'm not going to try to make this more like an aftershave. I'm not going to try to pretty this up. I am just going to give you that exact memory of bringing that hot shell to your nose and smelling those last whiffs of smoke that the gunpowder left behind.
It's funny because I'm trying to think of if someone doesn't know this scent, how else to explain it.
Right.
Because yes, there is a powder kind of thing happening, but it's really dry. And I don't know how, but I am getting the daytime thing that they were explaining, like smelling the next day. That I'm not getting like the nighttime firework vibe. I'm getting more the daytime firework.
Yeah. But during the day, during the 4th of July, it's a daytime holiday. Usually you're doing the barbecues and all that stuff. That's why, as she mentioned on the page, you have the little snakes, you got the butterflies, you got the things that you would do during the day. But y'all, if you set off those snakes, they would set off this like super thick, rich smoke that I'm sure gives you cancer. But it was the most beautiful thing to smell. And it's very akin to this. But this is your bottle rocket, y'all. These are the mortars that would go up and make those fireworks in the sky.
Because it's very specifically firework. It's not like burnt charcoal from the barbecue. It's not other stuff from that holiday.
No,
it is straight up the firework.
Gunpowder, y'all. And, I might just want to take one more quick look back at these scent notes. Back to the sales page at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Brimstone or sulfur with a pinch of black powder. In short, a spent firework.
There you go. I don't think we ever thought I'd be saying this, but we can actually build a lather from a firework.
And it's a good thing I've got my indestructible intergalactic shatterproof travel scuttle from PA. It was a gift from Douglas and Fran because this will safely keep the explosion contained. And we can use my new brush. All right, these are our special waxing sticks here. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's a beautiful soft soap right into the scuttle.
I am so curious when we lather it. Like, I wonder if it's going to still smell kind of burnt or if it's going to have that kind of wake up. I don't know.
Ooh, this is our new bougie sprayer. Compliments of Sean and Julie Smaldridge. Thanks, you guys. The old one was just such at the end of her rope. Y'all, sometimes my aftershaves are meant to be shared. I think everybody around me wants to get a whiff of the original Old Spice formula, but sometimes the cool thing about some of these scents is they're just for you. If you're going to spend a 4th of July, well, like me, a long way from your family, and it used to be kind of a big thing, and you might kind of want a little way to help you remember, especially just if you're staring into your shaving mirror and you're going to go watch The Sandlot later. These. Sometimes it's about evoking those memories just for you. You're not going to share this. You're just going to put this on and for a few hours be reminded of walking around your grandfather's farm with your dad in happier times.
It's funny because I think we used to celebrate more on July 3rd. There was a fireworks show that was by us at our local park.
Still is.
Yeah, and there is, we'll put a little picture up, but there's a barge out in the water, and that's where they shoot all the fireworks off of. So it was very big on the 3rd of July. That was our local thing.
Right.
So 4th of July was a little bit more chill. Like, it wasn't as crazy. Sure. I know, like, you grew up with big barbecues and that kind of stuff. Not that we didn't, but our energy really went into the 3rd of July kind of fun.
But when I would get to the park with you to see the fireworks, your name was on it. You want to explain that?
So, the park is Barbara and J. Vincent Park. So, my great uncle, my grandpa's brother, was J. D. and J.A. was grandpa. So, the park is named after them because they did so much work for the city of Richmond. So, if you ever look them up, that's part of my family, which is kind of cool. So, we, of course, had to go to the 3rd of July at that park. So, you had to get there early to get parking. It was very important, but it was so worth it.
Y'all, I bring you glad tidings of great joy. The only thing that came out a little bit different in the lather. Okay, hold on.
Oh.
Let me take you back.
Okay.
When you smell that shotgun shell,
Gotcha.
the first thing you get is that vibe of spent gunpowder and that. But the second thing you get is a wisp of actual smoke. You know how they would like blow off.
Oh, so there is, yeah.
That smoke, that wisp.
Okay.
Is
it's still
in
smoking
here. Way better than there. You can smell it when you add the water and a little bit of mixture.
Can we do a little comparison?
Here we go. Yeah, this is the Margaret Hamilton whiff, y'all. Here we go. On 3, 1, 2. Y'all.
Okay.
Yeah! This has got a little more like almost a dirt sort of soil sense to it, but this cleans it up and this makes it the firework.
It totally is.
Beautiful. Oh, I love this.
And now that I'm smelling it more, I do remember being at our property up in Red Bluff where my dad would have like a thing set up that you could do some target practice and collecting those shells after. They do have that type of smell.
I don't know why the scent of a spent bullet is so comforting to me, but again, there you go. And, y'all, we did a little bit of research on fireworks for this episode. We might need to go a little deeper because there is even more of a PAA connection here. I'm gonna open the splash. So, yeah, when the Chinese invented fireworks, y'all, do you know why? And do you know why I have the Mysterium Serum from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements here? Because the Chinese villagers believed that they had a herd of Sasquatch. You heard me right. They had Sasquatch. So they started heating bamboo, and when the little pods would explode and make a popping sound, they thought it would scare off the Sasquatch. So when they discovered accidentally gunpowder, they were like, what if we loaded that into the bamboo? So, y'all, it all comes back to the Sasquatch, but doesn't it always? Doesn't it always? Right? All right, so let's see what we got here.
Oh, man.
And here is the special.
Are you going to want some burnt firework? Spent firework on your face?
This is on here good. I might need a second. Hold on a second. It is sealed real good for your protection box. All right, here we go. Here is the Katy Perry whiff. On 3, 1, 2.
Oh, okay. This one did say made with sulfur. That is not. There is something a little different at the end.
It might just be a little bit cleaner in this one. Maybe just a tiny bit less
since
smoke.
Since it's going to be on your face for the day, maybe there's something a little gentle.
Y'all, it is my contention that it's not your brain that tells you what scent you want to be wearing. It's your gut. Your brain doesn't tell you what foods you want to eat for lunch. Your gut does. Sometimes after my shave, I am just looking over my collection of PAA aftershaves, and Tombstone just calls to me, and I don't know what it is, but there is nothing more satisfying in those moments when my gut is calling for it to smell those earthier, those drier, those gunpowdery scents.
Primally.
And y'all, it needed a second one in its wheelhouse. I know it seems a little funny and weird that, like, you'd want to smell like a burnt firework, but I promise y'all, there are days when you do. And this is just going to hit that spot so beautifully. It is going on right now. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. Y'all, rivaling the best Wild West scents I have ever smelled. This is fabulous stuff.
Something a little different at the end. Maybe now that it's drying down, there's just like a little sweeter, powdery end.
You're right. Wait a minute. We already know that these are formulated differently because this says sulfur on it and this doesn't.
Right. But there's something, at the very end, it's just a little sweeter powder.
Has this been given a little bit of a pat of aftershave on the butt, Douglas and Fran? Does this have a little bit of a special something in it to give it a little bit of an aftershaveness to it?
Because this one is definitely the spent firework. That one just is a little gentler, sweeter.
I have learned to trust her nose more than mine. Okay, smell that first of all, and do the sulfur whiff. Here we go, the sulfur whiff. And then here we go.
Yep.
Is this more of an aftershave whiff? Ready? And?
Yeah, there's something... Oh, interesting.
Yeah?
I don't know if this is possible, but there may be a little itty-bitty part from clown fruit. Take a whiff.
Shut up.
Just take a whiff. Like the very end, just something a little, not sweet, not fruity, but almost.
Would there be a drop of wormwood in this?
Ooh, is that me? I don't know. Something a little mysterious is in there.
Her nose is good, y'all.
I don't know. I don't know what it is, but if I had to go down the PAA lane, I think that's the one that my brain was like,
I don't
maybe?
think she'd be wrong, but hey, if two soaps were going to be related.
They could work. When I first smelled this, I'm like, I don't know if I'd want that on my face for like a good few hours. But smelling this, there is something a little more gentle and sweet and fun from the holiday.
I want this on my face for a few hours. And what if we did show up at the barbecue smelling like fireworks?
Why not? Start the fun early.
That's a coolness factor
Just
right
saying.
there. You know what's funny? Yankee Doodle itself, y'all, is a diss track.
Oh.
It was a British song meant to make fun of us. Yankee Doodle went to town. But was he on a steed? Was he on a fine white horse? No. Riding on a pony. Now, they had a slang term for fashionable clothing. They called it macaroni. So if you were wearing something beautiful and refined and well-crafted, you were said to be wearing macaroni. Well, not Yankee Doodle. Yankee Doodle stuck a feather in his cap and called it macaroni.
Oh, I see what's happening here.
But we're Americans. So what did we do? We heard the diss track and we went, Yankee Doodle, keep it up! And we just kind of took it on as our own, y'all. That's the American way. And all of a sudden it's our unofficial national anthem. So there you go.
That is a fun fact. Look at what you're learning today.
So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be growing up in Rodeo, California. You're going to have a neighbor over the back fence named Dennis. You don't talk to him much. He's a little bit weird, but on the 4th of July, he always has the biggest parties, which is cool for you because when you're little, you can sit and watch the illegal bottle rockets go off right over your house. But when that one doesn't exactly explode until it hits your roof and your dad comes running out and everybody starts screaming, you just got your own. So head over to their website at phoenixartisanaccoutrements.com, or even better, do it by way of the link in the description. It's an affiliate link, which lets them know that we sent you, and it gives us back a small percentage of the sale, which we'll probably spend on soap so we can make more episodes. It's at no cost to you, and we would be grateful. Baby, you're a firework. Let's have a grown-up conversation. Yes, a novelty scent, at last. I don't even think Terra Preta is a novelty scent because 30 miles from here is Calistoga, where they're putting mud on people's faces for $40. So y'all, this is, I think, our first honest to God novelty scent from PAA, and yet, y'all, there's something about it that is just awesome and well crafted and beautiful and earthy. And y'all, if you are fans of Tombstone, there are gonna be days in the summer ahead where you're like, you know what? That's what my gut's asking for. So yes, a novelty, fun, silly side of the PAA catalog. But y'all, again, mysteries and wonders where you least expect them. Douglas and Fran, thanks y'all. Welcome to Messages!
It's time for us to pick our winner for our Opus Brush giveaway!
Oh, the winner today gets their choice of these brushes sent over by Craig at Opus Brush, and they're absolutely gorgeous. The other one we're going to give away on an Instagram Live with Craig at the end of the summer. So here we go, y'all. These are the names of our entrants, and these are your lucky numbers.
Lee, Patrick, Ronnie, Art, Richard, Angelo, Kevin, Serena, DJ, Stanley, Dan, Al, Rick, Vincent, Irvin, Mike, Mickey, Martin, Leobo, Philip, Sam, Frank, Andu, Gray, and Bjorn. Wow.
Y'all,
I hope I got
thank you to the Whiff Pack for entering.
Yeah.
We just love having y'all here, and we're so grateful that we had so many entrants in this giveaway. So here's our magical
25.
time. Ready? Alexa, give us a number between 1 and 25.
Here's a number between 1 and 25. It's 14.
14. Vincent! Congratulations, buddy! You won our giveaway! Yay! We will be reaching out to you today to give you your choice of these brushes, and we're so excited for you. Thank you all for entering our giveaway. And check out the giveaway from PAA. We have a coming up, y'all. Oh, I wish I could have my dad smell this. This is kind of cool. I'm sure he'd be like, why would you want to smell like that? But it smells exactly like that.
Right, just to confirm that, yes, that is what we are smelling. I'm seriously getting the backstage of Disneyland. That is hilarious. Like, that's where my brain's going.
Y'all, sometimes they are real and they are real. And I know this is a little bit, I guess you would consider it a novelty scent. But y'all, the memories this is bringing back are very real and just as precious as those brought up by Old Spice or Aqua Velva.
I'm glad we could open this before we watch some of our 4th of July movies, because this is one we're going to want to sit there and whiff.
Sandlot has a fireworks scene in it, y'all.
Yep.
We're set. We got backyard. We're all set for the Sandlot. Batter's up. So, y'all, thank you for spending this time with us now and always. We hope you have a wonderful 4th of July with your family and friends. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesty, above the fruited plains. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crowned thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.